Hi everyone, I'm TSJ, the Simone Jayla, a household name, founder of GTU, Greater Than University. My brand is all about inspiring people to be greater than where they are, and today we're celebrating that same spirit with entrepreneurs who are out here hustling and grinding for the love of business. I've invited some amazing guests to share their stories, their struggles, and what drives them to keep them going. Let's get into it. So tell them who you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Amaya. I am a brand manager. The list goes on. I'm a brand manager, I'm in PR, and I'm a marketer. So wear a lot of different hats, but most importantly, reconnecting and building things like this with other women. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you.
I'm excited.
First of all, your work looks amazing.
Thanks.
I've been following you for a little minute.
Oh my gosh, yay, yes.
Your work looks amazing.
Thanks.
Very good. How did you get into marketing and branding?
Well, shout out to the pandemic.
Okay.
Because shout out to COVID. In 2019, I graduated.
Okay.
I graduated with a marketing degree. Didn't use an ounce of it until I got thrown into it with the pandemic. A lot of people didn't know how to market themselves online.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool.
Actually a good,
right,
perfect timing for your business.
Thank you, because I didn't know what I was doing either. And so a lot of people just trusted me. I was working with law firms and like dentists and just a lot of different people who were used to people just walking in.
Right.
COVID, we couldn't just walk in. So that happened. I started getting into content creation and then managing content creators and then managing athletes on the brand side. And now I've circled back as a brand manager. So I've lived a lot of different lives through this entrepreneur journey.
But it's like you still stayed in like what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you got to see different aspects. I love that.
Yeah, it was a learning curve. I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of huge wins, but I think it really shaped me to who I am now. So now you have 100 hats. I just pulled the one off the shelf that I need today, you know?
I love that.
So
that was a beautiful way to look at that.
I had to, because I was about to go crazy.
But I feel like you have to like dibble and dabble to see like what you really want to point to or where you're comfortable at.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to stay on the sports side? Do you want to stay on the corporate side of the marketing? Or do you want to work with creative businesses or entrepreneurs, small businesses, or things like that? How did you know which one was for you?
I think I go through a lot of seasons, just as we do as women. I'm in my late 20s now. I think I went through a lot of different seasons as a woman. It's the same way as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I feel like I just kind of maneuvered to whatever door God was putting me through.
Okay.
I got back into sports because I was an athlete. And I wanted to get back and I wanted to circle back, but I didn't want to play. I didn't want to coach. Tried that, hated it. But I wanted to help brand athletes for life after the ball drops. Like, what happens? What's your backup plan? Who have you monetized your own personal brand? And a lot of them didn't. They were just banking off of getting that check every Tuesday during the season. And it's not always going to be like that.
Right.
So I love fulfilling. To answer your question, I think I love fulfilling a need or like impacting in some way that people don't see possible, because you got to think later down the road about everything these days. You know, in this economy, you cannot help but think about that.
You always have to have a plan B, plan. It's okay, safe to have a plan C.
Girl, I'm on M. okay. Just in case.
And I feel like you have to prepare in life. Like you always have to be prepared, because you don't know what's next, like
at all.
And especially as an entrepreneur or like a free mind, I'm like an entrepreneur, free mind, and a daredevil. So I'm not afraid of like what's next.
Yeah.
But being prepared for, because you don't know what's next, can be structured or it can be all over the place.
You really don't know.
You don't know.
You wake up one day and just be totally different, and you're just like, okay, well, this is what we're walking into now.
Yeah, this is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing today. Okay, so let's see. I want to start here. Yeah. What does being greater than where you are mean to you?
Oof. Being greater than where I am. I think for me, in my journey, it has been about just being guided, right? I worked in corporate for a couple of years, and I know so many entrepreneurs who went full-time can feel this, or anyone who wants to pivot in their life. It's like, damn, I hate being here. Like, I don't want to go back and do this but knowing that I was greater for where my current circumstance was, and changing that mindset to, instead of being mad about it, be like, okay, when I get when I do this full time, I'm gonna look around my office now. What are the type of people I need in the organization? Okay, I need accounting. Bet I need HR. Bet I need these elements, because I know my current where my feet are do not define my entire journey. So then I left corporate in March of
Amen.
2022. Girl, I don't. Okay, I don't. Left corporate in 2022 and never looked back. And I'm very grateful for that. But it is very hard to remember why you're in a place that you're in.
Yeah.
And not trying to think like in a negative mindset.
And that comes with, I'm gonna go back to when you brought up the word pivot.
Girl.
Pivot was my favorite word all of 2024.
Yeah.
All of 2024, I was using the word pivot because that just really taught me that no matter what's thrown your way, you literally just have to learn how to pivot and keep moving.
Yeah.
Like you can't stop.
You can't.
No matter what's thrown at you.
The way you react to it
yeah.
defines how you are as a person.
And the end result of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. Pivot's a good word. Discipline is my word for this year.
I love that.
Woo, job trying.
Definitely. Discipline is definitely the word of the year for sure. I think coming from learning how to pivot, that did help teach a part of discipline, but now this year is focused on structure and discipline.
Yes.
Structure, discipline, and actually following through. I've been planning for a long time.
Yeah.
So this year is about just following through and
Executing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
We can't. We have no other option in this day and age.
Yeah, you have to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. I have another hard question for you. Let's get to the nitty gritty of things.
Yes. Give me out with tea.
What's one of the hardest moments you faced in your business journey, and how did you overcome it?
Oof. The hardest thing I've ever faced. My best friend and my manager's on the side, and I would probably need him for this, but I think that having personnel and having people and being able to be a leader, I hate to say just a boss girl, but we kill that to the ground. But really being a leader and making executive decisions that do affect people after you, who are working for you or who are, around you, is really hard. I think one of the biggest things I can pinpoint is actually wasn't business related. It was me not buying into my own dream and costing myself so much money that I had to clean up later on. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it was a period of time. It was like 2022, 2023. After I left corporate, I was like, oh my God, I'm free, yay. And I did not know I didn't invest enough time in being a student. I didn't invest in enough time of not, thinking that I had it in the bag because now I'm making 3 times my salary in a month and all this. I got way too big in the head, and that balloon popped so fast. And I was, I had people who were relying on me. I had people working for me, and it just really changed. It really grounded me as a person. I was like, oh, okay, this can literally be here today and gone tomorrow. So I think that period of time was like the biggest challenge and kind of disappointment for myself that I felt like I never want to feel again. Because once you feel something and you just don't want to go back ever. Like once you just never want to go back. So
it's sorry to pause.
Yeah.
Something you said, being a leader and a boss are definitely two different
things.
Because you can be a boss. You can be a boss in your corporate world, and that's because you've made it to that position.
Right.
But being able to lead and actually change people's mindsets and have people follow you is
into what you're creating.
Yeah.
Not like it's a business, like an organization. It's like you're trying to make people buy in. And the thing about, and I hate to this one quote that my mentor told me, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do.
Hello.
Everyone wants to be a boss until it's time to do what boss do. And I realized, I'm like, I want to be a boss, But boss includes firing people. It includes not paying yourself first. It includes firing clients. I'm getting chills because literally you experience this, and it's like everyone wants to be a boss until
it takes
until you got to.
That's ooh.
I got chills from that.
Yeah, I would say that's
not a word on not a word.
No, that's being a boss and being a leader. That's a deep conversation. Honestly, we can get
that's a sangria night. Over a girls' night chat.
Yeah. getting into that.
Right.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Learn how to pivot from that. Sheesh. All right. What does success look like to you?
Ooh, I love this question because I think success means to me now, if you asked me a couple years ago, I got 6 figures in the bank. And like, I've realized really quickly that you can have that and still not feel successful. So for me, success is defined by the impact that you leave when you complete your God-given talent, right? I feel like God's given me a talent of yapping and talking, and I'm trying to use my voice more. And as I'm putting myself in that element, I'm getting more immediate feedback, instant gratification, people saying, oh my God, this and that. So for me, that's success. For me, being in that position of leaving an impact is success. And that doesn't come with a monetary tag most of the time.
I was just about to say, I'm so happy that I learned at a young age that I was able to gain a lot of money and lose it.
Oh, yes.
And
they don't talk about that.
Yeah.
They don't talk about that enough.
Yeah. So I feel like once you do lose it, you can see like, this could be here today and be gone tomorrow.
Just like that.
And once you understand that, I really feel like that changes like your whole perspective. Everything.
And how success looks for you. Because success at 25 looks totally different at 28.
Yeah.
Like looks totally different at 28.
Yeah. And I'm 22.
Holy shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing that you're learning that so young. Like so many people are not. So give yourself some flowers for that for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sheesh. Okay. Let's see. Pick 1 or 2.
2.
What inspires you to start your business and how did you begin?
What inspired me was my mom.
Okay.
My mom raised me as a single parent, and she gave me I just had an amazing life. And I've seen her work so hard and never create something, right? And she is such a creative, and I feel like a lot of my creative gifts are so inherited by her as well.
Mine as well.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like you have a different why. And I think my why is her because I want to work with her. I want to, hey mom, let's leave that job. Let's come over here.
Yeah.
I want to be able to like say, hey, we're going on vacation for like 3 weeks. Like just pack a bag, like whatever.
Let's go. I got your ticket.
You know? And I think so many of us who have those upbringings or just parents in general you want to give back to, I think that's subconsciously the biggest why. And then I don't have any kids yet. So I just think she's my why. She's my reason for that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like it definitely starts from home. And especially being a creative typically or entrepreneur. I grew up around that. Like my mom having like multiple side hustles or me watching my family business at a young age or watching my aunt run a business. My aunt literally never had haven't worked a job since she was 19 and has been in business since then. So it's just powerful. Like being able to watch that and grow up around that. I really feel like that inspired a lot of my movements today.
That's so influential though.
It is.
I think I saw my mom trying to do a lot of like side hustles just for the sake of me and just like me living. And I just wish, I think I saw her try so hard to do that. And it never like just took off like, oh, we're millionaires now, right? But she always had me listening. I was listening to The Secret when I was 10 years old, getting dropped off at school. She made me make a vision board at like 8.
That's amazing though.
And make fake checks to myself. So I think she already ingrained that in me. So I just think it's like, why not? Who's better to?
Because it's already on you, but like when it's in you, it's
different. Yeah, different.
Yeah,
so
very different.
Yeah.
All right, our last question. Okay. What made you fall in love with your business and industry?
The woman made me become. I worked for a very long time and still do in a very male-dominated area. Like being an athlete, being a woman in sports and working in sports, like people are real, and being a woman of color in sports. Is people, they're not ready for that one. But it's very hard to really make a way for yourself. So I'm very proud of the woman that I'm becoming because of that. And now I'm actually a brand director of a huge company here as a contractor here in Charlotte. And the fact that I'm making certain decisions and the people around me don't look like me, I'm like, this is what you did it for.
Good job, girl.
You know what I mean? Like, this is why you did it. So I'm just so proud and so grateful that this journey has molded me not only as an entrepreneur, but as a woman. So yeah, shout out to that.
Shout out to you.
Thanks.
I'm super for this being our first conversation.
Yeah.
You've inspired, me some and just like.
Likewise.
Upon the journey. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Keep going.
Thanks.
Well, Thank you all for tuning into this side of For the Love of Business, brought to you by Greater Than University. We hope these stories inspire you to chase your passions, overcome your struggles, and be greater than where you are. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this post. Stay tuned for Greater Than University's episodes.
Bye. That's so cute.
Yeah, we did a good.
We ate that.